So tonight we're going to be talking about something near and dear to my heart. This is my Fender Precision Bass collection. First, here on the far right, we have a 2015 Fender Guitar Center Special PJ bass that has been modified. I put a standard precision pick guard on it, drilled another hole for the extra control because I didn't like the white pick guard. I also put on this true custom shop white pickup cover. I think it looks really nice, really makes it pop. I also sanded down the finish on this. I was originally going to sand it down all the way and turn it into a natural finish, but I decided I liked the way this looked, so I kept it the way it was. The reason I did this was I wanted a PJ bass, but I wanted it to not look like the Guitar Center PJ bass, so I made some modifications to it to make it pretty much unrecognizable as that. I even have a different bridge on there. You'll also see it doesn't have the bound block inlay neck that originally comes on that bass. I put a 2021 Player Series jazz bass neck on this bass. This is kind of my go-to bass for anything. I mean, I can get any kind of sound I want. I can get like doomy. I can solo the neck pickup and get doomy Black Sabbathy type tones. I can brighten it up, hit it with the pick, get a nice punk rock sound. I could do any number of blends with both pickups, get a funkier sound, a slap sound, roll off the neck pickup a little bit, get a sound a little bit closer to a jazz. I can also solo the bridge pickup and get something closer to a Rickenbacker sound. So yeah, it's kind of the go anywhere, do anything type bass, and yeah. It's the only one you guys have heard me play so far. I did a couple slap things on them, but I plan on doing videos with more of these in the future. Okay, this bass here I got secondhand, so I'm not entirely sure of all of the components, but this is a Squier body, and as you'll see, it has an SG style or an EBO style pickup instead of a standard precision pickup. It's also got the EBO/SG control knobs. Because of the position of the pickup and the construction of the bass, it doesn't sound quite like an SG bass, and it also doesn't obviously quite sound like a precision bass. This thing is kind of its own monster, and I really like this, and it's very dark and doomy kind of sounding bass that just begs to be played with the fingers. So I'm gonna make a point to play something at some point on this bass for you guys. It's got some artificial wear. Like I said, I am not the bass's original owner, and so I don't know everything about it. I actually don't even know the make of the pickup. I don't know if that's a Gibson, an Epiphone, a Greco, or anything else. I don't know. But this neck on it, as you see, it's been sanded off. I don't know the origin of the neck either. It looks pretty light to me, though. I think that might be Palo and not rosewood. So here's an interesting bass in my collection. This is my 51 style P bass, and it looks a little different than most 51s, as you'll see. I got this bass, I put this together myself. It's my Franken 51. That is a Squier Classic Vibe body, but as you'll see up here, this light's not really cooperating. This is a, oh, come on and focus. This is a Fender Mike Dirnt precision bass neck for a 51. Interesting thing about that is that the neck holes did not line up, so I had to drill new neck holes to get this thing to line up and fit properly. It's got the square shape that you see on a typical 51, but the holes did not line up, so I had to drill new holes in it. And yeah, you know, it's not the look of your traditional 51 style P bass. I took the white pick guard, I spray painted it a matte black, and I think it looks really cool. I got a lot of horror movie stickers. You guys know I'm a big horror movie guy, and I put some of them on the bass. See, got a vampire here, Frankenstein here, like some Chinese Godzilla shit here, Goblin House. That's the company that makes the stickers, and one of the greatest horror movies ever made, Return of the Living Dead, right there in the middle. So reason I did this, I know a lot of people don't like stickers on basses, and I'd never seen a 51 done up this way. It's just exactly why I wanted to do it this way, because I'd never seen one that looked like this, and I don't really play this in the traditional style that you'd think of with a 51. I play a lot of punk rock on this bass. I loaded up with some fuzz, and it just sounds incredible. And yeah, I mean, I've only played it in a couple videos for you guys, slap bass, but I'm a well-rounded player. I play many different styles, and this thing, the way that I play it, you don't hear a lot of people play these type of basses this way, and this thing is just a monster. So I will have to play something for you guys on that bass. Okay, so this looks like a Nate Mendel P bass. It is not a Nate Mendel P bass. This is a 2001 American Standard Fender precision bass. It's got a I don't know, well, that's coming in. Got a badass 3 bridge on it. Seymour Duncan pickups. Black pick guard. A very dark rosewood neck. Darker the better, if you ask me. And somebody, I'm not the bass's original owner, somebody replaced the nut on this. See, Fender, made in the USA, precision bass. It's a 2001 finish. It's actually been refinished. If you look close at it in certain places, you can see it. But it's a red chrome finish. That's something that I've forgotten to mention in these other ones. Obviously, that's sunburst. That's a sanded black, sunburst, and chrome red. I have a bunch of these, but I'm going to do 4 at a time. So I'm going to stop the video here and move on to the next 4. The Punk Rock Twins. Is there anything cooler than a white P bass with a black pickguard? I don't think so. Personally, it's my favorite looking bass of all time. This is really the iconic look of the punk rock bass. You see a bass with this setup, you immediately think of Dee Dee Ramone, Paul Simonon, Sid Vicious. This was the punk rock bass. And a little bit about my background. As I told you guys, I'm a well-rounded musician. I play many different styles. I'm a bass player, I'm a guitar player, but my background in kind of a musical setting is I was a bass player for over a decade in a punk rock band. and there's just nothing like these. See, this one here is a the body is a 2006 Mexican Standard precision bass, and what I did with this one, slide up here, this, you'll see the body to this bass later on. This has a 2014 American Special precision bass neck on it, and the reason I did that is because of Dee Dee Ramone. Dee Dee Ramone is one of my heroes, and his bass was at least in the early goings of the Ramones, was a white P bass, the black pick guard. It had that 70s style neck with that 70s style writing, and I wanted that so bad that I put that neck on this bass. These two is just punk rock all day long. You know, pick up a pick, you know, hit it 1,000 miles an hour, or you know, do some, you know, Matt Freeman, also inspired by Dee Dee Ramone. You know, he plays basses like this. I'll hit some bright alt picky, you know, rancidy type stuff on these. It's just what you do on these. This one is, the body is a 2015 American Standard, and the neck is a 2014 American Standard. And the reason I did that's, you know, very much the same as the reason why I did that with this. This one originally came with a maple neck. I didn't want to with a maple neck. I wanted one of each, so I swapped the neck out with another bass, so I could have one of each. And these two are very special to me. Moving right along, this is a 2007 American Deluxe precision bass. Swapped out the original pick guard. This is a WD Music tortoiseshell pick guard that I have on this bass, and I really love the way that this pick guard looks on this bass. You have to be careful with these because initially the shape, these older models, the shape is not the same as the newer. Sorry about my hand there. I didn't even realize the newer deluxes and ultras and all that shit. I think everything pre-2010 for the most part, late 90s, 2010. If you want to get the replacement pick guard, those will fit this bass. If you get the later ones, they will not fit. You got the thinner, more streamlined horns on this one compared to the newer ones. This bass has just got mojo, man. No other bass that I have sounds like this one. The 2010 and before ones, they had a different master builder. I believe the man's name was John Shore. This is before they went to the switch with the active and passive. This one is active only. I wish it was both. It's the only thing I don't like about it. But this thing is a monster. The output is ridiculous. Yeah, you can do many different things with this bass. It's got that humbucker down there. Basically Fender's take on a Music Man humbucker, and that thing sounds incredible by itself. It doesn't sound exactly like a Music Man, obviously, but that's what it's trying to replicate. Any type of blending. The neck pickup sounds great by itself, even though the active kind of muddies it up a little bit for a lot of the stuff. A lot of stuff I play, you know, I put some fuzz. So I mean, it sounds incredible when you play it dirty. Okay, so this is another one. I switched the neck from this one and this one because I wanted to do different color schemes. I really like the look of a sunburst P bass with a black pick guard and a maple neck. So that's what I decided to do on this one. This is one of the ones that I've had the longest out of what I'm showing you tonight. Anyway, I have jazzes and other things that are that are older, but 2014 body, 2015 neck, because I just wanted that color scheme, and it's a great playing and sounding bass, and I love it. So I'm gonna stop it here and move on to the next batch. All right, last three, here we go. This is a 2021 Player Series precision bass. When they first rolled out the Player Series, I was not completely over the moon with it. When a lot of these series come out, I really feel like most of the time they don't really change much. They don't really improve much. It's just a reason to jack the price up. When I tried this bass, I was pleasantly surprised at how much better than most of my mid-2000s Fenders sounded. It is an improvement in sound for sure. Also think it has a more comfortable neck, and I was pleasantly surprised because I was wrong. And in a case like that, I don't mind being wrong. One thing I don't like about this one is the Palfaro neck. I'm not wild on that. I like a nice, deep, dark rosewood neck, but as you guys know, after 2017, they because of the import restrictions, this and that, only the US made Fenders still have rosewood boards. But other than that, you know, it's a really comfortable, smooth neck, and definitely an improvement over the several 2000s era Mexican standard precision basses that I own. This is another one of the iconic looks of the precision bass. Even though it's not a Palfaro board, I mean, it's not a rosewood board, you think of a bass that looks like this, you instantly think of people like Geezer Butler from Black Sabbath and his 69 precision bass. You think of Duck Dunn, James Jamerson. It's one of the most iconic looks of this bass, and of a Fender precision bass, and I absolutely love this bass. I need to play it more though. Oh, like I said before, let me show you guys something. I wanted to make that Guitar Center PJ bass look as little like that bass as possible. The bridge from that bass is on this bass. It is a cool one. This is a hybrid here. This is a 2014 American Special body. And I took the pick guard off. I spray painted it this matte black color. It's rather weathered. It's a really cool sounding and playing bass. For the longest time, this was my bass that I kept in drop D tuning, and I stopped doing that. I put it back to standard, and I was doing I put flat wounds on this because it was a very bright sounding bass, maybe too bright sounding. So I'd roll the tone off, flat wounds, and had this thing sounding incredible. The neck, this is obviously not the original neck because that's a jazz bass neck, and we're going to get a look at that in a second. But I wanted that that Olympic white P bass to have that Dee Dee Ramone look, so I took the neck from that bass and I decided that I wanted to get a rosewood neck secondhand for this, and I found this online. This is really cool. This is a Korean made jazz bass neck, and it still has the bold 70s logo that I really love. And this is like a really deep dark rosewood that I have on this one. I got 3 flat wounds on this, and this is actually around because the damn thing snapped, and that was the only thing I had. But really cool bass, really good sounding bass. You know, Geddy Lee once said, you know, no two pickups are wound the same. No two precision basses, jazz basses, Thunderbirds, whatever, sound exactly the same. I've just showed you guys more than 10, when this video is over, precision basses. They all sound the same, but they all sound different. They all have their own distinct personality, and that's why I love them so much. And last but not least, we have an all black precision bass with a a maple neck, and this thing's fucking cool. I mean, how badass does that look? I got a twin jazz that I'll show you guys in another video at some point, but this thing sounds incredible, plays incredible. Interesting thing about this though is that I have two 2015s. This is one of the ones that the neck and the body are the same. I switch them sometimes, but this one I've never switched because I love this color scheme. It's interesting. The 2015 neck that I have on this and the 2015 neck that I have on another, on my Olympic white, same year, completely different neck profile. This neck is much fatter and thicker, and I just always find that very interesting. Something cool about this bass, if I can get it into the right light and come down here, this bass has got some really cool flame. I hope that's coming through. This bass has got some really cool natural flame in the neck. One of my favorites for sure. Lost count, but yeah, that is my precision bass collection. Standard precision bass, you know, it's not the most, it has more tonal variance than a lot of people give it credit for. There's a lot more things that you can do with them than most people say, but there, you know, there are basses out there that you can do more things with, multiple pickups and all kinds of different things you can do. But there's just something about a precision bass. I don't think there's anything cooler than a precision bass. So that's been the video, and This is my first collection video. At some point I'll show you guys my jazz basses, other basses, guitars, this, that, and the other thing, but this is where I wanted to start off. Anyway, I will see you guys next time.